If you look at the financial markets, they can seem a lot like a wild mountain range. The jagged peaks and sudden drops on a price chart look exactly like the steep cliffs and sharp ridges of a high-altitude climb. Most traders get swept off this mountain when they lose their footing during the sudden, freezing storms of fear and greed. Without a plan, the thin air of market volatility makes it easy to panic. Meet our disciplined trader. He's shaped like a candlestick, which is just a simple way the market records price movement over time. To survive the climb, he relies on a strict map and a defensive shield to navigate the dangerous terrain. Success out here comes from building a fortress of discipline. It is a process of learning to act on logic, regardless of what your gut or your emotions are telling you to do in the moment. Average traders act on feelings, buying when they're excited and selling when they're scared. A disciplined trader ignores those impulses, choosing instead to move only when his specific rules tell him it's safe to proceed. Reaching the summit requires you to put your ego aside. To stay on the path, you must replace your instinctual reactions with a system of rules designed to keep you safe when conditions get rough. Let's look at how to find a safe path forward. Imagine you're following a river along a mountain trail. In trading, we use things like moving averages to act as that river, showing us the general direction of the current. This is a breakout. It's the moment price pushes through a previous barrier, like a climber finally clearing a difficult ledge to reach a new plateau. Many beginners see this jump and immediately sprint after it. But sprinting into a breakout is dangerous. The ground often turns out to be unstable, leading to a trap where the path collapses under your weight. Instead of chasing, we wait for a retest. This is when the price returns to that old barrier to prove it can now support our weight as a solid floor. We wait for one final signal, a bounce or a surge in momentum that confirms the new floor is holding strong. This is our green light to finally step forward. By waiting for this confirmation, you avoid the most common traps. You only commit your capital when the market has proven the path is actually clear. Getting onto the mountain safely is only half the battle. You also need a plan for exactly when and how you are going to get off. Before you even enter, you decide on your reward. You set a fixed profit target, a point where you will walk away with your gains, regardless of how much higher you think the market might go. At the same time, you tie off a safety rope called a stop loss. This is a mandatory exit point placed just below your entry to catch you if the ground gives way. The market is unpredictable. Even with the best map, a ledge can crumble without warning, and price can drop faster than you react manually. That's where the stop loss does its job. It catches you automatically. It turns what could have been a catastrophic fall into a minor, calculated slip that leaves you standing on your feet. These pre-planned safety ropes are the ultimate tools for longevity. They ensure that no matter what the market does, you always survive to trade another day. The biggest threat to your safety isn't the market, it's revenge trading. This is an emotional storm that tempts you to break your own rules just to chase back money you've lost. You defend yourself with a hard rule. If you hit 2 losses in one day, you stop climbing. You close your charts and walk away. This shield keeps the storm from turning a bad day into a total disaster. To maintain this discipline, you must journal every move you make. If a decision wasn't in your plan, it shouldn't be in your trade, no matter how strongly you felt about it at the time. Sticking to this plan through the wind and the rain pays off. Over time, the stress of the climb begins to fade because you trust your gear and your rules. This is how real growth happens. It isn't about one giant leap. It's about the steady accumulation of small, consistent gains that fill your backpack over months and years. While gamblers run until they're exhausted and fall, a rule-based trader takes one disciplined step at a time. This slow, steady repetition is the only reliable path to the top. Discipline is the foundation of every successful trader. If you're ready to start building your own rule-based routine,